We picked up this 2021 ZX10 from Copart last December. It ended up having a cracked frame, had to tear the bike down to the engine, swap out the frame, and now we're back to work on it because it's not fixed. Welcome back to the channel, guys. We're back to work on the 2021 Kawasaki ZX10R, not double R. She is still not completely fixed, but she still runs. She runs pretty well, she shoots flames, but I still got an engine light. The quick shifter doesn't work. Let's fix that. So we have removed a lot of stuff. The gas tank over there, the plugs for the injectors, gas line, we got the Army Trick shock down here, looks beautiful. We also ran a pre-scan from our data port in the back here. And as you guys can see on screen, those are my codes I'm working with. I know one of them is for the O2 sensor because we have that deleted with the exhaust. But the other ones are for the secondary air injection system, which I believe is this bad boy right here. Now from the research online from the codes on this bike, it's telling me that there's a problem with the secondary air injection system. And I did take the bike apart off camera a while ago, couldn't figure it out, so we bought a delete kit. These are some block off plates as well as a resistor to put on the secondary air injection system so that we don't get a code from unplugging and removing everything. And like it says here, it may take multiple times cycling the key to get the engine light to disappear if it works. Now, if you guys remember, I do have a stage 2 Bren tune on this bike and it is wicked fast, but I still haven't been able to use that quick shifter, so let's fix it, or at least attempt to. So those two screws right there, I actually forgot to put in last time I took this thing apart off camera, and I almost forgot again. We put them in this time for good. I don't know what these two things are, but now they're bolted down to the throttle bodies. We got those block off plates installed, and we got the resistor installed where that secondary air injection pump was. A lot of carbon buildup by these valves, but we cleaned it off with some super clean, came right off. So let's install this air box for good, get the tank on here, and hopefully it works out. So there we go. We just cleared the codes. And now when I turn the bike on, the dash is no longer flashing. The engine light is still on because we have to crank the bike over for the engine light to go off. But don't get your hopes up just yet because the problems keep coming back once I start the bike up and I rev up the bike just a little bit. But we are gonna start the bike tomorrow when the neighbors are not sleeping. We'll catch you then. Well, here we are on the road, testing out the newly cleared codes. First gear, all right, half throttle, not using the clutch, shifted perfectly. All right, we've made it to fourth gear, uh-oh. The dash is flashing, the aero lights came on. Man, it's when I get up to speed and I give it some revs, something happens. So that was fun up to about 50 miles an hour, and then the engine light came back on with the traction control and the quick shifter being disabled. Let's plug this sucker back in. Bren Tuning's handheld is connected. Now we just gotta put power to the device. We're gonna go to work, and then tool, and then read codes, or show codes. Let's see what we got. So I cycled the key once again. Now we have a P004C code, and when I looked it up, it's for a turbocharger or supercharger, and this is an NA bike. Back to the basics. Service manual. Let's see what we can find. So we completed the block off plates, took it for a spin, and it still is not functioning right. The dash is still flashing along with that engine light, but I think we solved our secondary air injection system issue because the codes we have remaining are for the speed sensor in the front and the O2 sensor. Codes E8F, 3C, 13, 27, 56, 64. And with the service manual I got for this bike, I can look at all these codes and they tell me exactly what it is. Now I did buy another speed sensor for the front wheel because the speed sensor that's on the bike says it's not working properly. So let's run through these codes, put the bike back together, see if she runs properly. So we just went for a ride. That speed sensor issue is fixed now. We replaced the speed sensor, and on the old one, you can kind of see that the top has been shaved down. There's no little lip like on the new one. I'm thinking when this rotor got damaged, it accidentally messed up the old speed sensor. So we replaced it and now it works. Now the quick shifter functions along with the traction control and all of the speed settings. But we still do have those two codes that is limiting the power on this bike, 64 and 2D. So let's check them out in here. All right, 64, air switching valve. 2D, the air intake solenoid valve. So it's both related to the air intake. So here we are clearing the codes again with our scan tool from Bren Tuning. No codes at the moment. Let's take her outside, start her up. We still have an error code P2257 for the air injection system. There is a Kawasaki dealership 10 minutes from my house. We're gonna go there, show them the code, see what they say. Well, me and dealerships just don't work out very well, huh? With the modifications done to the bike with the tune and the block-off plates and the resistor, it's hard for them to give me any answer on my current codes. So hey, you guys have helped me out on a ton of my builds before. I'm struggling on this. I can't figure out the air injection system on this Kawasaki and why it's causing my bike to have an engine light on. But we'll keep going, trying to figure out the rest of the issues. But that's gonna be enough messing around for tonight, guys. We'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.